Alright, here we go. Gonna open up my packs. Says I can open 10 at a time. Screw that. I'm gonna have some fun. Wow. What'd I get? Slaying Fire, Outflank, Merrileaf Rider, Forever Young, and Vigilance and Trample. Giant creature. Troll Noble. Oh, that's cool. Aight. Next. Covetous Urge. Covetous. Bring to Life. Sorcery. Adventure. Flying. Huh. This is new. I haven't seen this before with the little, like storybook looking thing. I know that like the storybook is part of their theme for this because they showed the fairy tales fighting back. Anyway, let's see what my major card is. Ah, mythic rare wild card. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Oh, I got a new uncommon. Stormfist Crusader with Menace. At the beginning of your upkeep, each player draws a card and loses 1 life. Wow. That's crazy. Run away together. Yay! What? Choose 2 target creatures controlled by different players. Return those creatures to their owner's hand. Nice control there. Ooh, I like that cat. And our major card is Stone Coil Serpent. Reach and Trample. Nice. Come in handy against some flyers. Oh, it's Morla, look. We don't know. We don't even know if we know or if we care. We are Morla. Oh, Murderous Rider. Swift End. Instant Adventure. You may cast this card as an adventure. After you do, exile it. You may then cast the creature later from exile. When Murderous Rider dies, put it on the bottom of its owner's library. Ooh, destroy target creature or planeswalker, and you lose 2 life. That's worth it, though. We don't want to get involved in your dumb war, you stupid hobbits. We're the tree folk. Didn't say please. Counter target spell. Its controller puts the top 3 cards of their library into their graveyard. That's like an Uno card. Like, you didn't say Uno. Black Lance Paragon. He looks cool. Flash. You may cast a spell with Flash anytime. You could cast an instant. Ooh. When Black Lance Paragon enters the battlefield, target knight gains Death Touch and Lifelink until end of turn. Nice. Shark bait. Let's just go right to it. Midnight Clock. Board. What's this? Legendary creature. There you go. My kid loves the legendaries. Just says legendary on it. He goes nuts for it. Should I open 10? I'm just going to open 10 because I've never done this before. So let's just open 10 and see what happens. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Oh my god. Here we go. What just happened? Holy Moses. Cloaked Giant. He's a lot. That's the thing. You'll see a lot of these really powerful cards, but it takes a lot to cast them. So you have to get tricky about how you cast them. I learned that from Uncle Dave, as my kid calls him. Look at this guy. Oh, he's that Feasting Troll King. Food. I'm going to go back to opening one at a time because that was weird. Sorry. Oh, nice. Another mythic. She's cute. Tome Raider. She looks like Fern Gully there. Ooh. Sir Conrad the Grim. He looks like Count Dooku a little bit, huh? Another little wild card. They just, you know, you got to pay attention because all of a sudden you'll just look up and you'll have a bunch of them. Alright, so let's open it. Aha! Nice. Oh, blow your house down. See again the fairy tales. I do like the emblem for Eldraine. Hoo-ha! Shark bait. Moonlit Scavengers. Moonlit Scavengers enters the battlefield. If you control an artifact or enchantment, return target creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand. Again, this is a blue card, so it's heavy on control. Control. We must have control. Rare wild card. Nice. Prophet of the Peak. That's like some Hearn the Hunter looking. That's cool. When Prophet of the Peak enters the battlefield, scry 2. Scry just means you can look at the 2 top cards of your library, then put any number of them on the bottom of your library and the rest on top in any order. So it's like you can kind of take a peek at what you have coming up. Bell of the Brawl. Cool. I haven't got anybody amazing yet. I haven't got any planeswalkers of any significance. Ugh. At least I got a couple of those mythic rare cards so I can craft some. Again. No planeswalkers. This is like the monkey's paw over here. Wish Claw Talisman enters the battlefield with 3 wish counters on it. Yeah, the monkey's paw. Alright, so what do we have here? Fling. Instant. As an additional cost, to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature. Fling deals damage equal to the sacrificed creature's power to any target. That would be a nice game ender there. Savvy Hunter. Give me a rigging planeswalker. Flash, flying, brazen bow. I'm gonna have to figure out this adventure crap. I have no idea what that is. Are there no planeswalkers in these decks? What the hell? Chop down. Destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. Giant killer. I get it. It's an instant. Wall. That's a cool looking wall. Black Lance Paragon again. So I got a couple of those. So tiny. Sorry. Castle Ardenvale. Castle Ardenvale enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a plains. So basically it's land. Jesus, I got land as my best card in that pack. Land. Ugh. Monkey's Paw. That's cool looking. Steel Gaze Griffin. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, Steel Gaze Griffin gets +2/+0 until end turn. Wow, you have to really set up to get his to work, huh? Good lord. Are there no planeswalkers in this deck? Whatever. There's Dooku again. I mean, I'm new to this, so am I wrong? Isn't this supposed to be the best of the pack? Happily Ever After. When Happily Ever After enters the battlefield, each player gains 5 life and draws a card. Each player. At the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 5 colors among permanents you control, there are 6 or more card types among permanents you control and or cards in your graveyard, and your life total is greater than or equal to your starting life total, you win the game. Aha. I was about to say this is boring, and then, okay, you win the game. So, okay. It's not much to cast, so that's interesting. Legendary artifact. Now it is mythic, but again, no planeswalkers. I like planeswalkers. Planeswalkers are cool to me. That's like what makes the game even more interesting. Ginger Brute. He looks like he's had a really, really rough day. I got a couple of them now. Wait. Bake into a pie? Oof. Destroy target creature. Create a food token. Ouch! Dude, that is wrecked. Reaper of Night. That guy looks cool. Folio of Fancies. Ugh. Boring, man. I want a cool planeswalker. Watch Uncle Dave's gonna be like, moron, there are no planeswalkers in these decks. And then I'm gonna feel like an idiot. Garen Briggs Squire. The Gilded Goose. When Gilded Goose enters the battlefield, create a food token. Aw, I don't think it went well for him. You can just create mana. Oh, Lonesome Unicorn. Rider in Need. Okay. Ugh, I'm gonna have to figure out this adventure crap. Oh god. Another dumb thing for me to have to figure out. I wanna play the game. And get some planeswalkers. Ooh, that gargoyle is cool. What does he do? +2/+0 and gains flying until end of turn. Another gargoyle. Vantress Gargoyle can't attack unless defending player has 7 or more cards in their graveyard. Oh, Jesus. I don't like cards with a lot of dumb restrictions. If you're ever playing against me, you'll see that. Spoiler alert, or advantage against me, I guess. I'm not a fan of a bunch of restrictive cards. Target creature gets -X/-X until end of turn, where X is the number of cards in your graveyard. Oh! Damn! Oh man! You could like sacrifice a bunch of guys. You could do some serious damage. Feasting Troll King. Throne of Eldraine! Bing bong bing. Wicked Guardian. Oh, she looks like she is not happy with you. When Wicked Guardian enters the battlefield, you may have it deal 2 damage to another creature you control. If you do, draw a card. Okay. The Magic Mirror! This spell costs 1 less to cast for each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard. Oh my god. It costs 9 to cast. You have no maximum hand size. That's cool. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a knowledge counter on the Magic Mirror, then draw a card for each knowledge counter on the Magic Mirror. Ooh, wow. You can get a ton of cards. And you'll die faster if you, well, you know, if you run out of cards. Dance of the Mans. Boring. Bored. All that glitters. Cute. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact and or enchantment you control. Flutterfox. Garenbrig Paladin. When Witching Well enters the battlefield, scry 2. Oh, Daddy likes. Vigilance, Death Touch, Haste. Questing Beast can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Combat damage that would be dealt by creatures you control can't be prevented. Combat damage that would be dealt by creatures you control can't be prevented. Huh. Whenever Questing Beast deals combat damage to an opponent, it deals that much damage to target planeswalker that player controls. Ooh, man. That's a good card, but he's still not a planeswalker. Legendary creature. Golden Compass. Burning Yard Trainer. Okay. Oh, damn. Clackbridge Troll. Billy Goat. Nice. Trample and Haste. When Clackbridge Troll enters the battlefield, target opponent creates 3 0-white goat creature tokens. At the beginning of combat on your turn, any opponent may sacrifice a creature. If a player does, tap Clackbridge Troll, you gain 3 life, and you draw a card. Basically, you're creating a wall of goats. He is one ugly SOB. Wishful Merfolk. Crystal Slipper. Nice. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 and has haste. Has haste. That could come in handy. There's my Steel Gaze Griffin. I got a bunch of those. Too bad there's 5 to cast. Steel Claw Lance. This is good for a black-red deck. Huh. Bam. Legendary creature, Dwarf Noble. I can't read his name. Torbrand, Thane of Redfell. God, that's right out of Lord of the Rings. If a red source you control would deal damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent controls, it deals that much damage +2 instead. So he's like a buff. Oh, that guy looks like he's having a headache. Target opponent reveals their hand. You may choose a non-land card from it. If you do, that player exiles that card. If a non-black card is exiled this way, exile a card from your hand. It's cheap. That guy again. Feasting Troll King. Again, he costs $1.6 billion. So might as well be $1 billion. Ooh, that's cool. Vantress Paladin. Looks like he's riding one of those griffins. Adamant. Oh, I don't remember that one. This spell has an additional effect if cast with 3 mana of the indicated color. If at least 3 blue mana was spent to cast this spell, Vantress Paladin enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it. Okay. There's that festive funeral again. That's nice, man. That's gonna piss a lot of people off. The funeral is yours. Deathless Night. Huh. When you gain life for the first time each turn, return Deathless Night from your graveyard to your hand. Human Knight. Worthy Knight. Okay. Not one Planeswalker. Not one. Harmonious Archon. Oh, it was a mythic. Witch's Cottage. That looks creepy. Witch's Cottage enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 3 or more other swamps. So, have 3 or more swamps, basically. Or you can't use it right away. When Witch's Cottage enters the battlefield untapped, you may put target creature card from your graveyard on top of your library. And you can also add mana. That guy again. 8. Ooh. I get a bunch of these. Legendary creature, Goblin Shaman. Each other non-human creature you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. Not bad. If you have a, I call it a Christmas deck, you know, red and green. Not a big fan of the red and green decks. Ooh, Trebuchet. Wall. Elite Headhunter. Looks cool. Acclaimed Contender. Oh my god. Ooh, Fierce Witch Stalker. He's eating people. Looks creepy. Lash of Thorns. Target creature gets +2/+1 and gains Death Touch until end of turn. That could be, well, until end of turn, so you gotta use it right away. Put any number of target creature cards from your graveyard on top of your library. Any number of target creatures. Wow. Fires of Invention. You can cast spells only during your turn, and you can cast no more than 2 spells each turn. You may cast spells with converted mana cost less than or equal to the number of lands you control without paying their mana costs. Okay. Oh, I'm down to 3. Sad. Got no planeswalkers. Oh, there you go. I can make some planeswalkers. Once and future king. Shine Chaser. Memory Theft. Here we go. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card. You may put a card that has an adventure that player owns from exile into that player's graveyard. Maybe adventure is like the new planeswalker or something. I don't know. Adventure. You may cast this card as an adventure. After you do, exile it. You may then cast the creature later from exile. From exile? Wow. There's that tree folk again. Curious pair, Hansel and Gretel. And they turn into food. Ooh, Yorvo, Lord of Garenbrig. Yorvo, Lord of Garenbrig, enters the battlefield with 4 +1/+1 counters on it. Whenever another green creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Yorvo. Then, if that creature's power is greater than Yorvo's power, put another +1/+1 counter on Yorvo. Dang, that guy is powerful. And he's only 3 to cast? That's pretty powerful. Still not. That would be Rumpelstiltskin. Ooh, nice Wolverine. Embereth Paladin. Barge in. Hold the door! Hold the door! Ah, mythic rare wild card. Oh, that was it. That's all she wrote. You have no packs to open. The saddest thing you'll ever see. Ever. What's this? I can spend $100 and get 20,000 gems. Yeah, right. Welcome bundle. $5. I'll have to ask my guru what he thinks I should get if I didn't get anything good. Rare Fox Mastery past level 90. Anyway, that's the unveiling, the unopening of my packs, my 50 packs. It went quick, didn't it? It was like 26 minutes. I shouldn't have done that thing where I opened 10 of them at once. It looked like I got a bunch of garbage anyway. But yeah, no Planeswalkers, so hopefully the adventure thing is some kind of Planeswalker substitute. I don't know. Maybe I didn't do as bad as I thought. I'll have to see what Uncle Dave says. Uncle Dave is a real person. He's not an imaginary person that I made up just for the purposes of understanding this game. Believe me. That's it. See you around, folks. See you on the battlefield.